Happy Pokemon Legends Arceus Day, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the game and the Steelbook. I use the term unboxing quite loosely because really I'm just taking the cling wrap off and opening up a case. Quick note before we start, I have had an absolutely below average beginning to my Pokemon Legends Arceus Day. Getting my hands on this Steelbook was an absolute rigmarole, and my journey to get it, which should have taken half an hour max, took me over 2 hours. Anyway, I'll do my complaining at the end of the video and get into the unboxing. So for those of you who are interested in hearing me have a rant story time, stay tuned till the end of the video. Let's get into looking at these. Shall we start with the actual case? So Pokemon Legends Arceus in Australia. This is our massive bloody rating system down the bottom, taking up almost all of Cyndaquil. That's fine. Interesting on the site. Okay, cool. That's cute. They've got one of the new Pokeballs. That's a nice touch. What does the Pokemon Sword? Here's the Pokemon Sword case. They do not have anything that cool. So, I mean, I'm happy that the spines line up the Pokemon Company and Nintendo logos. I do not like when games change their layout partway through. Very annoying. Can't be done. They use different cases though. This is more. Sword came with the flatter case, flatter indent, and then Arceus has a bigger indent. I don't know if that's just an age thing or they change cases around. Anyway, that aside. So the back. Action meets RPG and a new kind of Pokemon adventure. About time. I tell you what, guys, maybe it's playing Pokemon games for 25 years with a very similar formula, but I am so ready for a new kind of Pokemon adventure. I don't think I've been this excited for a Pokemon game since Soul Silver came out, so it's annoying that I've wasted the first 2 hours of this morning trying to get my hands on the Steelbook instead of playing this. But anyway, so closer look. I'm rambling. Research Pokemon for the Hisui regions. Hisui regions, first Pokedex. Catch Pokemon using your battle skills or stealth and wits. Answer the call of Arceus, said to be the creator of the world. Winner. Cool. And then on the inside, yes, nice. I love it when there's something good on the inside. I hate when there's something boring or it's just like nothing, you know? That's a very nice, I like the, oh my god, I can't pick this up. Why am I incapable of holding this? I love the color layout. I love the blue Pokemon logo. The whole thing looks great. I hope they keep making, I haven't even played this yet, and I hope they keep making Legends games. Comparatively. Oh yeah. No, you see, that's kind of boring to me. Like, what is that? Would have been better just having the map. Anyway. Whatever. Woo. Let's do the real exciting part, the Steelbook. Come on. So it actually has a barcode on it. Yeah, anyway. Get off. I love that it's holographic. That's what you call it, right? All right, so this has got Old Dawn and Old whatever they called this guy on it. So it's pretty much it. The artwork from the front cover, but it's slightly extended because you can hardly see right on this cover here, and you can't see Starling? What's this guy called? Such a Pokemon fan, can't remember what this guy's called. You can't even see this guy. Like, he is cut out completely. So his wings should be there, but I guess they were like, we don't want to just have his wings sitting there on the game cover. There's no Bidoof here either. Like, Bidoof has been robbed by the bloody ratings logo, and you can't see Ralts at all either. So you get a much bigger sort of, you get a much bigger scene on the Steelbook, and it's all shiny and holographic and looks lovely. Of course, Pikachu is front and center again. Then on the inside, haha! I'm so happy with this. I hadn't seen this before. Let's take a closer look. Yes, the whole Spheal family. Actually, not the whole Spheal family. But anyway, Spheal and Celio. We've got a Piplup, Kiss and a Berry. We've got some combis, another Spheal, Hisui and Growlithe, and then again the new old guys. Oh, and a oh my god, I'm blanking on this guy's name as well. Too much pressure, guys. This bird guy, whose name I can't remember. Yeah, so that is the Steelbook there. Comparatively, I think this looks a lot nicer than the Pokemon Sword Steelbook. Nothing wrong with the Pokemon Sword Steelbook, but I feel like it's uninspired. There's nothing super fancy about it. That's a boring inside. That's just a logo repeated. Come on, guys, creativity. This This is a lot nicer. I feel like they put a lot more effort into that. I kind of wish they put the name on the spine here, but I mean, it's not like we're going to forget what they are. Nice, yeah. Yeah, bloody, this is great. This is great. So now I've got 2 things to sit on my shelf instead of 1, but that's okay. Next to Pokemon Sword. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like with the cartridge. I can't hold onto this cartridge. I have no depth perception when I'm looking through the camera. There we are. Let's get a thumbnail. It's probably good, right? All right, so that's it. That is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm going to have my rant, then start editing this so I can play the game finally. Okay. So, I originally pre-ordered Pokemon Legends from EB Games because they have this loyalty point system, and I thought, well, I may as well order and get some points, right? But the store that I originally ordered it at is in a very busy shopping center, and I'm trying to avoid crowds as much as possible for obvious reasons. So I changed to a different shopping center that should be a little less crowded. But then I thought, like, is it worth getting the points when I could just pre-order at a JB Hi-Fi that isn't part of a big busy shopping center, so I don't have to be around so many people? So I pre-ordered there, and I just hadn't got around to canceling my EB Games pre-order yet, right? So this morning, launch day, I think, all right, before I go pick up my pre-order, I'll go to the gym, I'll be responsible, I'll fit in my exercise first, because I'm going to spend the rest of the day playing Pokemon, right? And then I've realized toward the end, right before I leave, that I've left my ID at home, and you need to have your ID in order to collect your pre-orders, right? So I come home, I pick up my ID, and I think, oh, while I'm here, I may as well shower. Probably fair to the people at JB Hi-Fi so they don't have to smell me. So I drive over to JB Hi-Fi. It's like 9:30 at this point. They opened at 9. I'm waiting in line for what feels like ages. It was probably 5 minutes, but it felt like forever because the people at the front of the line, I don't know, they had some issue with their orders. They weren't getting Pokemon, they were getting something else, but they were taking forever. While I'm waiting in line, I realized that the line on the left-hand side specifically says click and collect, and it's been a guy there for ages, and I look at my pre-order and it says click and collect, so I was like, oh, maybe I should be standing in the click and collect line. But I was like, he's taking forever, and last time I did a click and collect, I just grabbed it from the regular counter, so like, it's probably fine. I don't want to have to go line up over there just to have to re-line up again. So I get to the front of the line, and the woman who serves me says, oh no, you do have to pick it up from the click and collect line. So I was like, okay, so I go over and stand behind this guy that's taking forever. Nothing's happening. Whatever's wrong with his order is not getting resolved. So then a different woman calls him back over to the regular thing. She's like, oh, I can do your click and collect here. I'm like, great, thank you. So I read her my pre-order number, I give her my ID, she prints out some paper for me to sign, she goes out the back, comes out with Pokemon, but no Steelbook. And I'm like, sorry, but doesn't it come with the Steelbook? And she says, yeah, sorry, it should, but really annoyingly, they only sent us 30 Steelbooks, so we just gave them to the first 30 people. Which I took to mean in that moment, the first 30 people who pre-ordered, but I realized after I left that she probably meant the first 30 people that showed up this morning. So annoying that I drove there and they didn't have anything, but it was like, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not their fault that they weren't sent enough Steelbooks, and I realized that luckily I still had my EB Games pre-order because I never actually got around to canceling it. So I said, look, don't worry about it, just cancel it for me, like I actually need the Steelbook, so like, don't worry about it. And then she was like, oh, you're gonna have to, because you've already paid for it online, you're just gonna have to return it. And I was like, okay, that's cool, and like, we're gonna have to get the other person to do that for you. So then I was transferred to the other person, but she seemed to be trying to do like 3 things at once. She was probably the only supervisor on or something, and she took forever. Like, it was another 5 minutes of standing there while she was trying to do everything on the computer. And then she was like, so you're not going to get a refund straight away, sorry, like it has to be processed by the online team because you paid for it online. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. But it just took forever, right? So I'm driving the 15 minutes over to the EB Games where I've got the pre-order there, and I'm thinking like, should I have called ahead to check they've got the Steelbooks? And I thought, no, because like it's EB Games. Like pre-orders is their thing. That's the one thing they've got going for them, right? Park, get to the store. It's in a massive shopping center, right? And it's full of people, right? And I'm thinking like, why are there this many people here at like 10 a.m. on a weekday morning? But anyway, so I go in, I give him my details. He goes out the back. He brings out Pokemon without a Steelbook. And I'm like, sorry, it comes with a Steelbook, right? And he was like, oh no, it's only if you pre-ordered before this certain date in December. And I was like, oh yeah, I did. I pre-ordered in November. And he's like, oh, not according to our system, you didn't. And I was like, oh, well, could it be because I transferred pickup locations? Because I originally ordered at a different store, but I transferred it to here. And I actually transferred it with this guy, by the way. And he was like, oh yeah, if you change store pickups, then it's like starting a new pre-order. So like, it doesn't count. I'm like, cool. Well, I didn't know that, but okay, just cancel my order, thank you. I'll take my chances with the JB Hi-Fi. So I went to a JB Hi-Fi in the center, and I speak to a guy there, and I tell him the story, and at this point I'm starting to think, is it worth all this time and effort for the Steelbook anyway? But I really wanted to unbox it on this channel for you, I wanted to do this video, so I was like, yes, and like I should have got one. I did the right thing, I pre-ordered on time, twice, and the guy was like, really sorry, but like, we don't have any, like, that sucks though, like they shouldn't have done that, they should have made sure that you got your pre-order, you should have gotten one. He's like, what you're gonna have to do is get in contact with JB Hi-Fi online and hopefully they can source you one from somewhere. And I was like, okay, thanks. I was like, look, can I just like buy a regular one? Because like, I just want to play the game at this point. So he's like, yep, sure. He sold me this one. As I'm leaving, I think, should I contact the original EB games that I pre-ordered with and just tell them the situation and say, like, I was originally with them, like, did you get my allocation? So I called them up and they were really helpful. Like, they were really good. They were like, yeah, if you're on the system and you pre-ordered before the date, like, we should technically have gotten your allocation for it so we can put it aside for you. Like, what's your name? So I gave them my name. They put it aside. I drove the 20 minutes over to that EB Games and they were great. Like, they just gave it to me. I didn't even buy the game from them. I don't know if they thought that I bought it from the other EB Games, but I actually bought it from the JB. Anyway, they were just like, yep, here's your Steelbook. Like, sorry about that. I was like, that's okay. Thank you so much. And I was like, finally, this has worked out. Like, I'd given up at that, you know, I was just thinking like, well, you know, by the time I got to the second JB store, I thought, well, I guess I'm just gonna go home and play the game and there won't be a video. Like, anyway, that's my story. Super frustrating because it was 10 past 9 when I left the house, and by the time that I got back, it was 10 past 11. So you know, it's now like 11:30. I haven't even started playing Pokemon yet. I've still got to edit this video. So anyway, not the end of the world, just a frustrating situation, a waste of time and a waste of petrol. But things happened. In the end, it worked out. I got the Steelbook and everyone is happy. Yeah, cool. Anyway, I hope you appreciated the video. If you liked the Steelbook, if you like this ranting story, if you want to see more of my face, whatever, don't forget to click on that face to subscribe to my channel. You can give me a thumbs up because that helps the algorithm as well. Anything helps the algorithm. Leave a comment. Any algorithm helping things, because then more people will see my videos and then more people will have the ability to subscribe, and then I'll get paid more money. Anyway, I hope you appreciated this unboxing, and I'll see you for the next video, whatever that ends up being. What's coming out next? I don't even know what's coming out next. Anyway, bye!